Hello and welcome to the Passion Driven Pioneers interview series. I'm your host, John Channon, and today I'm joined by Marcel Hofker, who is the founder and CEO of Strive Staffing. Marcel, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me, John.
Yeah, would you like to kick us off with a brief background as to who you are, what you do, and then the business that you're in?
All right. Well, as John said, my name is Marcel Hofker. Um, I have a colorful background. I probably didn't get to the life I'm at today until 2016, at the end of a little stint of incarceration, and I came out ready to go. So today I own uh, multiple businesses, but my main one is Strive Staffing. And my main purpose in Strive Staffing is to bring opportunities to people that aren't so accustomed to them. So people with colorful backgrounds, people with criminal histories.
That's great. So, talk to us about what inspired you, or what was that spark that led you to start this business in particular?
It came at a need. I was a banquet manager working for a event company, and I was using temp services to fill in our staffing gaps and needs, and our numbers that for our events started getting bigger and bigger, and there were no companies that could cover large requests, of like 75 workers. And so I'd have to use a combination of multiple companies, and I saw an opportunity. And I was really good at hiring and hiring quickly. And when I left the event company, I said, "Hey, I'm going to go out and or I'm going to start a temp service." And so they said, "Come back and we'll be your first contract." And right away, I established myself as the only event or the only staffing company that could provide 100 people for one night of events.
That's great. So talk to us, obviously, as you said, you've got a colorful background. Had you owned a business before in the past, or was this your kind of the first foray into business?
This was my first legal business.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
mean, in meaning that, a lot of the things that I just instinctually did in my, nefarious works were transferable. There's a lot of skills that come out of that, and it is business. It's just it's not considered business because it's illegitimate, but all of it transferred.
So talk to us a little bit about the skills that you did bring to the table, and then what were some of the things that you needed to either learn or bring other people in to assist you with?
Well, naturally, there's just a networking ability, the ability to meet all kinds of people and connect with them. There's the ability of being authentic, just the skill of being authentic. I mean, you're talking large amounts of money with zero contracts, so there's got to be trust and you've got to be authentic for that to even go through. Um, the ability, networking, obviously, I know I already said that, but the ability of risk management, like how much risk are you willing to take? I happen to be non-risk adverse, so I'm willing to take those risks. Uh, and then what I've had to learn is how to run a business correctly. And in my experience, if there's money, then you're doing well. As long as there's money, you're doing well. And sometimes you spend money to make money. Uh, but learning the difference between, you know, looking at contracts for different softwares and the length of those contracts. Like I didn't know really any of that. You get bombarded with technology and salespeople for that technology, and they're trying to sell you on small marriages. So being able to cut through that and understand what the actual cost of these technologies are, because they never, for some reason, you can never just get a square answer out of them. And that's been quite the learning curve for me.
So talk to us a little bit about what was the work-life balance like for you when you were first getting started in this business, and then has that changed now that you've been doing this for a few years?
Yeah, I mean, it was me and a notepad. So, everything started and stopped with me. Um, and I was really into it, right? Like that's all I did pretty much was run that business via phone calls and a notepad. Um, Now I'm 8 years into it, and we got up to a really good revenue point before COVID, and that all happened. Um, it's been Now I just believe in more balance. Like I had to really look at how I did my old life and how I was kind of workaholic in that. And I have children that are 4 and 6 years old, and I don't want to miss everything with them. So, I may not be hitting the 60 hours that most entrepreneurs put into their businesses. Um, but they keep going. I don't want to miss out on any more of my children's lives. So
Yeah,
the
that
last
makes
thing
a
I
lot of
wanted
sense.
to be is I work too much.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
that makes a lot of sense. I appreciate you sharing that with us. So let's talk a little bit about how you guys differentiate yourselves from other people in the industry, or is there really nobody in the industry like you guys?
We're a mission forward company.
Hmm.
We're a purpose driven company with the purpose of bringing opportunities to to different communities that aren't overly served. And we've stayed with that. We've really pushed that to be our driving force. I go do sales meetings with different companies, and I keep that at the front of it. Like I'm not here just to find you what any other company can find you. I'm here to find you opportunities where they get to give an opportunity with the chance of having probably one of their best employees.
Hmm.
A lot of the people I work with turn out to be just rock stars. It's the difference in perspective of I need this job compared to I can go get another job for 25 cents more. And Just bringing that value to people and getting them to see the value in it. Um, and even if it's, 1 out of 10 companies that are like, yeah, we want to do this, then I feel successful. It's not, our purpose isn't necessarily profit. I'd like to be profitable, but I don't know. There's something beyond that feels greater. So,
Yeah, that's great. So, what are some of the things that you are doing or your company's doing to remain innovative in this staffing space?
well, Strive is one of the only union staffing companies that exist.
Okay, say more
Uh,
about that.
yeah, so um, we do a lot of stadium cleaning, and a lot of the stadium cleaning is union based. So, for example, SMG runs U.S. Bank Stadium, and they have to be a union company. So the people who work directly for them are union. Well, there's hundreds of people that work there for events, post event cleaning that are working with different temp services that are not union. And this is a union position. So I brought to the SEIU the idea that, well, why do we have all these non-union staffing companies providing these people, under their own banner? It's not like they're going in and being temps for SMG. Why don't we send people that are union dues paying members into those positions? And they really like that idea. And I kind of expounded on that, and they were all in. So U.S. Bank was my first contract that they brought to me. And then after that, we had Target Field, CHS. So the idea is solid. The unions are happy to be able to capture. That's four, 400 people working that are in union positions that are not paying their dues. So you bring this opportunity to the union, you get to protect those people, and there's countless thousands in dues that they're not getting that are now available to them.
Yeah, so
So I
it
made
ends
it
up being a win-win situation.
big time, big time. It pays off for both the employee and the employer
That's good.
or the union.
So, could you maybe just offer us a glimpse into the future plans and goals that you have for your business?
Yeah, I just want to keep bringing these opportunities. So it's slow yet steady growth. I believe in we're doing more of an attraction rather than promotion way of doing sales. I want companies to come to us that want to turn that corner on hiring justice impacted people, and want to bring that opportunity. Uh, and those are the companies I want to come to me. If you're a company that's open to hiring people that have had setbacks in their life and wanting to be a part of the solution, those are the companies I want to contact me.
Marcel, I've been doing this show for a little over a year. I have not heard of anybody ever refer to it as attraction sales as a technique. This is great. That and that really, resonates with me, so that's really good. So Marcel, knowing that this show is going to be targeted towards people who are going to be maybe starting up a business or in their first few years of a bit of business, what final thoughts or words of advice do you have for our audience today?
Man, I want to bring up balance.
Hmm.
Like I've watched many people start and just give everything of themselves into their startup or into their business, and I see other things in their life fall off. Family, spouses, all of that. And I think that is all a part of it. A healthy business means that the business owner has healthy relationships and has a healthy home life. Like just making money can't be everything.
Hmm.
Find a purpose behind it all. If just making money is your purpose, I don't know. It just has never worked for me to stay on path. So find a purpose in what you're doing, and if if your business can help other people that need that leg up, look at them and look to help them because you might find some of your best people there.
That's great. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time today, Marcel.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, it was really great meeting you and getting to know you. I know we met beforehand, and I really appreciate what you're doing for our society here in Minnesota in particular. And for
Excellent.
everyone watching, I look forward to seeing you in our next episode.